What is up? It's the Nitro here. I'm gonna give you a little secret today, you could say. Now, if you all had a terrible weekend, just think for the first time in your life, we're gonna watch a great match. Two teams fighting in the final of the greatest game in American sports. It turned out to be the worst, and you have 4 fucking quarters and you had 1 fucking touchdown. Stop! I'm still pissed off that the Saints were robbed in that, by the way. LA Rams. Yeah, I'm glad you lost, because I'm still pissed off. The Saints should have been the Super Bowl, not Junes. Get to the fucking point, Natro. We are back again, reviewing all the football matches in that Super Bowl. And 1 touchdown in the whole 4 quarters. We're going to start off with Man City against Arsenal. And Manchester City, with a shock defeat to Newcastle United midweek, got back in the gear, and pretty much, I say in the gear, they didn't even need to get out of second gear in this game because Arsenal literally just gave the 3 points on a silver fucking platter. Yes, Man City did score in the first minute, yes, they did against Newcastle. Arsenal are as catastrophic defensively as Newcastle are offensively. It just goes to show I don't really know what to make of this Arsenal team anymore. Arobi had the worst game he's probably had in his career. Lichtsteiner doesn't even know what the fuck to do. I mean, we all know he's coming at the end of his career. To be honest, I'm pretty surprised that Arsenal even signed him. He's 32 or 33 years old. He doesn't have the pace anymore. Yes, you can do it in Serie A. Serie A is the most slow-paced league. The Premier League is fast-paced. They're like Fast and Furious type football, you could say. Uno. But Arsenal were catastrophically defensively terrible for that whole game. They have no idea what they're doing. Mustafi almost gave away a penalty, and it should have been a red card because there would have been a ghost opportunity. It just sums up Arsenal's season. I think only Fulham have conceded more goals than Arsenal this season, and you can see why. City, I give credit to them, they were excellent. I thought Sterling was phenomenal, and he really looks a player, and he looks like Pep Guardiola is definitely get the best out of him. I also think Sergio Aguero, who's probably scored the easiest hat-trick he's ever scored in his whole entire career. All he do is just tap it in the net 3 fucking times, even though the 3rd one did hit him on the arm, so, but who cares? Argentinians love handling the ball. Don't believe me? Ask Diego Maradona. But like I said, they were excellent, Man City. I thought Arsenal's main man was Ben Leno. If it wasn't for Ben Leno, 7 or 8, you could say. But I thought Guendouzi, he looks a real proper player. I thought he was Arsenal's only good outfield player in the whole match. Like I said, the Aubameyang were so isolated. No one can give the ball forward. They have a massive problem with Mesut Ozil. He's your highest earner in the football club. 350,000 a week this man gets. To put in perspective how ridiculous that is, he's now a bench warmer. You now have a 350,000 a week man as a bench warmer.
You're still out. You're still back.
Wow, that sums Arsenal up in terms of what they are as a football club. Highest wage bill? Yeah, we want to be the #1 highest wage bill. You now got the bench warmers on the bench. That's what they are really. But City back to winning ways. And it's over to you, Liverpool. Arsenal, can they finish top 4 this season? Yes. Do I think they will finish top 4 this season? No. Oh, God, they're bad. Oh, God, they are bad. Now, Sere A. Roma versus AC Milan. And a huge, enormous Champions League showdown between these 2 teams. And although you could say that Lazio and Inter played last season, because these 2 were 4th and 5th in the league. Couple points separate these 2 teams. If Roma got this win, if Roma got a result, it would really put pressure on AC Milan and even Inter Milan. Donnarumma was absolutely outstanding. He put on a show. He shines in a man of the match display, and it just goes to show. You think David De Gea was outstanding against Tottenham. Donnarumma was even better. I mean, some of the saves he made was just outstanding. Yes, you could say that the first save was a good save. The double save he made was even better. And it goes to show he's only 19 years old, Donnarumma, but he could easily be success to Buffon, probably one of the greatest ever-time goalkeepers of all time. And it just goes to show AC Milan are going in the right direction. They got a goal scorer in Piatek, who scored another goal, his first goal in Serie A for AC Milan. He's right now on a real purple patch. He's flying high. He scored 2 goals and knocked out player of the freaking Coppa Italia. He scored in this game, but Roma did get a goal back Were Roma the better team overall? Yes, but Donnarumma, man of the match display. Probably. If this comes to the end of the season and AC Milan do get top 4 by 1 point, this result got them Champions League football. Roma, I'm still not convinced with Roma's manager, Di Francesco. I'm not convinced with him. I think he will be sacked at the end of the season. I think he will give him this season. I think he'll give him the rest of the season, but he will not be Roma's manager next year. AC Milan, good point, keeps them 4th, and they're now closing down and breathing on Inter Milan's heel. Now in Germany, it's Leverkusen against Bayern Munich. And Bayer Leverkusen have just opened the fucking Bundesliga title race up big time. Right? Because they beat Bayern, Dortmund got a good point against Frankfurt, and Gladbach won this weekend. So right now, we've got 3 teams separated by 7 points. And, putting it in more perspective, Bayern Munich have major injuries at defence, and their goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, didn't play in this game. But I will give credit to credit's due. They did come back from 1-0 down Leverkusen, and Leon Bailey probably scored the goal of the weekend. It was an outstanding free kick. No goalkeeper in the world was saving that. It was like 25 yards out. He put it in the top corner. I'm a massive fan of this kid. I mean, he's got so much talent, he's got so much potential, and he really is going to be a lot of clubs trying to get this guy in the summer. But it's a massive win for Leverkusen, and they are not far away from the top 4 places because of Frankfurt's not getting the win this weekend. Leipzig are inconsistent. We all know you don't know what you get from Leipzig. Werder Bremen are sort of struggling for form, so there's no doubt about it. Peter Bosz has come in, I think, has 2 wins or 3 wins in a row now. So they are right now on a really good purple patch. They can get top 4. They have the squad to get top 4, Leverkusen. But is it too much work to get that? We'll wait and see. Bayern Munich, it's all falling apart. Kovac is under massive pressure. But to be perfectly honest, their squad, Bayern Munich, is so Asian. James Rodriguez, literally, what's happened to that guy? I mean, since he moved to Bayern Munich, it's just not happened for him. It doesn't look like he's going to be a Bayern Munich player next season. He won't be a Real Madrid player next season, so it'll be interesting where his career goes from now. But they wanted Hudson-Odoi. You can see why they wanted Callum Hudson-Odoi. There's no pace in this team. Take Coleman out of the team. Thomas Müller is playing as a winger. Thomas Müller is not a winger. He doesn't have the talent or the capabilities to be a winger. They needed Hudson-Odoi. They should have got Hudson-Odoi. They didn't get him because Bayern Munich's transfer policy in the past so many seasons has been absolute dog shit. France in Ligue 1, and it's Lyon against PSG. And Paris Saint-Germain lost their first Ligue 1 game of the season. Yeah, it took them to February to lose their first match of the season in Ligue 1. That tells you how dominant they've been this season in Ligue 1, which goes to show they're so superior to everybody else because they're run by a country and everybody else is just run by nothing, to be honest. But I was very impressed with Lyon. They play with so much high intensity, so much pressing from the front. I was really impressed with Fekir. I think Liverpool want this man. He would have been the perfect signing for Liverpool. I mean, you always look at Jurgen Klopp's teams. He would have been the Mario Götze for what he was at Dortmund. He would have been that for Liverpool. He's a goal scorer midfield player. He's a creative midfield player. He would have been the difference maker for Liverpool. Probably when they played Man City this season, they lacked that. He would have been the guy for that. And for me, he's been Lyon's player of the season again. He was man of the match. There's some other good players as well. I thought Dembele had a great game. He scored in this game. I think he obviously scored the penalty. Di Maria scored the first goal, but PSG were non-existent. Lopez made some fantastic saves, but Areola was probably PSG's man of the match. Some of his saves were sensational. But it's a massive defeat for PSG, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was at this match, so he would be doing all scouting homework, saying, you can get at this PSG team. I know Neymar's out for injuries, but he's out for this Champions League match with injuries. But I really do think you don't know what to get from PSG. They could be 1 week sublime where they put 9 past Guingamp, and then obviously lose to Lyon this week. So the Champions League is vital for PSG if they're ever going to do anything this season. Pretty much win the league, and winning the cups is irrelevant for them. They need the Champions League. That's all the money and all the wealth has went into. And if they get knocked out by Manchester United, who have had a horrific season, you got to question PSG as a club, really. As for Lyon, a credible win for them, amazing win in their fight to keep hold of second spot in Liga in this season. It's between them and Leo, who's going to get second spot this year. I think Lyon will get second spot because I think they have the quality and the squad better than Lyon, even though Lyon have been phenomenal this season. But it's between them two, and I think it's a great win for Lyon. Now it's Spain, it's Barcelona against Valencia. And Barcelona dropped points against Valencia, even though Atletico Madrid, their main title rivals this season, lost to Real Betis this weekend. So it's a point gained instead of 2 points dropped for Barcelona. But they were losing this game. Valencia were excellent. They were 2-0 up in this match. But Lionel Messi, the greatest of all time. I mean, what more can we say at this man? His 21st goal of the season in the Liga. The guy is just ridiculous. I mean, fuck. But I give credit due for Valencia. They're starting to get wins. They're starting to get momentum going. I think a top 10 finish is achievable for them this season because they've had a horrific start to the season. Barcelona, I think that's put them 5 or 6 points clear or something like that in the top of the league. Without them just defeat against Real Betis has put them breathing space between them. And even though Real Madrid have a big win this weekend against Deportivo Alaves, but I think Real Madrid third is probably where they're going to get this season. They could get it. They can get Atletico Madrid only 2 points behind. You don't really know what to get from Real Madrid. I mean, they could beat Deportivo Alaves and then lose to Real Sociedad. That's what Real Madrid's all about, you could say. But good point for Barcelona. A battling draw against Valencia. And that just leaves the last match to talk about, which is Everton against Wolves. And Everton. What has happened to you guys? Like, what is going on at Everton? At the start of the season, they were unbelievable. They thought, oh, this team's going to be fighting for the top 6. This team could break into the top 6. And then you just realise it's just down the tool as usual. Now, I understand Marcus Silva's under massive pressure at Everton. Every manager under massive pressure if you go over 6 or 5 defeats in the last whatever since you get knocked out of Millwall in the FA Cup. But for me, Everton cannot keep sacking managers. They sacked Roberto Martinez because he didn't like his style of football. You sacked Ronald Koeman because he didn't like his style of football. You sacked Big Sam Allardyce's style of football because he didn't like his terrible, bang average, just park the bus and kick the ball forward style of football. And now you bring in Marco Silva, new coach, new team, give him some money, and you don't like his style of football. What is Everton's project? What is Everton's objectives? What are they trying to achieve Everton this season? Just what? You know what? Let's play a bit of attractive football and try and break into the top 6. They are never breaking into that top 6, Everton, because they don't have the squad for it. They don't have the strike. They don't have a striker. I mean, simple as that. You look at the top 6 teams. Man United have Rashford and Lukaku. Tottenham have Harry Kane, even Son. Arsenal have Aubameyang and Lacazette. Man City have got Aguero and Jesus. Obviously, they have their front three. And Chelsea have Higuain and Hazard. What do Everton have? All they have is Richarlison. Richarlison is not a striker. Wolves were excellent. They've been a phenomenal team this season. Everton should look what Wolves are doing. They have the right manager in Nuno Espirito Santo. They didn't change hardly any of that team that got them out the championship, even though for me they're a Premier League team playing in the championship. And they've relied on the same players. Yes, they brought in a bit of players. They brought a bit of sparkle with Jimenez. They brought a little bit of dent and also Rui Patricio, the goalkeeper. Everton have chopped and changed the godforsaken squad, chopped and changed the team, bring in players that for me are not good enough, and they've wasted money instead of bringing in money. They have spent more money in the last 3 transfer windows than Spurs. But yet Spurs bring in better recruitment because Everton keep wasting the money and not bringing the players that they should bring in. That's just my opinion. What do you think, Everton fans? Put in the comments down below. Am I being a little bit harsh on you? I don't really know. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know where you're trying to go. Everton are just meh. Nuno Espirito Santo has to be nominated, has to be a contender for manager of the season. What a job he has done there with Wolves. It's just incredible. So guys, the end of the football impact for this episode. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget, if you stayed up to watch the Super Bowl, but if you hated it as much as I did, get American football, throw it at the television screen, and then click the notification bell. Anyway, have a great one, enjoy yourselves, please like, subscribe, the natural is out.